Dixie D'Amelio is someone whom the world more or less knows depending on whether you're on social media a lot. And with her fame comes a lot of attention, money, and so on.
It's enough to make anyone crazy.
She is the sister to the queen of TikTok and Charli D'Amelio.
Oh, why is everybody so upset about these guys?
And yet these two sisters have very different paths in terms of what they do, how they do it, and what their futures might just hold. But what does a major 19-year-old TikTok star do with all that she has accomplished so far? Allow us to show you how TikTok star Dixie D'Amelio lives her millionaire life. Be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Number 10, the family. When it comes to the D'Amelios, they really are a famous family, mainly because all of them are on TikTok, and their clan is highlighted by the fame that is Charli D'Amelio. But when it comes to Dixie D'Amelio, she is no slouch either. At present, she has over 38 million followers on TikTok, which granted is nowhere close to what Charli has, but that's honestly not the point here. The point is that she has millions upon millions of followers, which she does have some moves too. And that's very true, Dixie is a dancer just like Charli, though some have noted that Dixie might even be better than Charli because of the fact she's a bit smoother and more consistent in her routines. So that just goes to show that the older sister has some things over on her younger one. To be clear though, there is no rivalry going on between these two, far from it. They love each other very much and support each other in just about all that they do, which is why they often do certain things together in more ways than you might expect. Number 9, the family continued. You see, while the two are more than happy to do their own TikTok and social media things, they're also smart enough to know that as a package deal, if you will, they are even stronger. That is why they both went to the Hype House in California for a while to grow their popularity even more. When that served its purpose, they then came back to their home in Connecticut. They were only at the Hype House part-time to be clear due to the rules of the house, and made sure that they continued their work there. Given that their parents and little brother are also on TikTok, the family has grown quite a reputation. As such, they are going to be getting their own TV show based on their social media lives, and it's apparently going to be going to Hulu when it is done filming. This shows a lot if you look at it from the grander scale, because these are two girls who went onto TikTok just to have some fun and do some dancing and other things, but then exploded into popularity and are worth millions and are going to be having their own TV show. That's quite a rags to riches story, don't you think? Number 8, tomboy style. There is little doubt that Dixie D'Amelio is a very pretty young lady, and that is in a factor in how she gets shown off and appreciated on TikTok. But in truth, she doesn't like the glamour life at all. She prefers to be a tomboy in both looks and in style, which obviously conflicts with the social norms of various people, including how they look at social media stars, especially those who go to great lengths in order to look pretty and have the Hollywood look. Unlike her sister, Dixie was willing to get physical and do sports, including doing field hockey in high school, and that can be a very physical sport, thus showing her toughness overall. And while it's true that is going to get some glam done to her via one of her career choices that we'll be talking about later, there is little doubt that at heart, she is a tomboy, something she is happy to show off when she is able to. Now let's be honest here, it would be very easy for her to fall into social norms and such, and become someone that she wasn't for just fame and money. And she has had a few incidents where her fame-induced vanity got the best of her, but overall, she's fine just being herself. Number 7, signed with UTA. Social media may seem like a very simple thing at first, but ask anyone who has tried to get big on it and they will tell you it is anything but simple. They, the stars like Dixie, have to work hard to build up their brand, and then they usually go and get signed by someone so that they can expand even more. For the D'Amelio sisters, both Charli and Dixie are signed by a group known as UTA. The company is going to represent them on all of their touring, their digital content, and so much more. They have the option to write books, to work on a podcast, which they've already done, and it's listened to by a lot of their fans, and to even handle television appearances. They might have some licensing and endorsements coming their way now that they work with the agency too. This means we are all about to see a lot more of them. Now, what this also does for Dixie and obviously Charli is that it gives them more credibility and thus can't just be seen as TikTok stars. Number 6, dealing with bullies. You might recall from your looks into the D'Amelios that Charli gets a lot of hate mail and messages on her various social media platforms, mainly from trolls who have nothing better to do. But the sad thing is that Dixie also gets this. The sisters are bombarded with comments at times about their weight, their looks, and more. But they are sticking close to one another, being cautious, and just as important, they're working with UNICEF to combat cyberbullying. It shows that these sisters are more than willing to go and do what is needed to help keep people safe from whoever might threaten them, because they know firsthand just how dark the cyber world can get. Number 5. Modeling. Many of you likely wondered just what life is like beyond social media and apps like TikTok for people who get famous off of it. Both Dixie and Charli have to work on career plans for what comes next, and even they've admitted that their TikTok fame is wearing on them in certain ways. So what are they going to do with their lives? For Dixie, she wants to be a model. She's already started her modeling career and has teamed up with Nylon to be a part of a campaign. Her modeling career is still relatively new, but it's honestly something that her sister Charli can't say she's done or is doing, which means that she will have some freedom from just being Charli's sister and can instead be that famous model. Number 4. Showcasing wealth. Believe it or not, the D'Amelios are honestly a bit reserved about showing off their wealth. They buy things for themselves, that's just obvious from their videos and such, but they do go and showcase sometimes just how well they live, and it has caused some problems. The biggest one was when the whole D'Amelio family, did a YouTube series featuring the family eating together with a special guest. In the premiere episode, their personal chef made a special meal for them, which got Dixie and Charli to make fun of the chef, insult the food, and then pretend to get sick from eating snails. It was not the best look for them at all, and the internet ripped them for it. But ignoring that for a bit, you know you're living well if you have your own personal chef willing to make a feast for you. Number 3. Sing. In June 2020, Dixie released a track and a music video called Be Happy, and not surprisingly, it was a big hit amongst her fans. I want to share the honesty of this message with others, especially those around my age. I remain so grateful for the people that surround me and the opportunities I've been given, but some days, as we all know, it's not easy to be happy. My hope is that anyone who listens can be reminded that it's okay to feel what we feel. It's okay to have a bad day. We all have them, and you are not alone. When the music video released, it got over 10 million views in a single day and was trending number 1 in the world on the platform YouTube, once again showing her skills and talents. Number 2. Roll Tide. Even with the world in lockdown, Dixie was able to graduate from high school, and the best part is that she was accepted into the University of Alabama. Now, why does this matter? Because you likely have seen some TikTok and social media stars drop out of high school and college after getting their fame so that they could live their dream in other ways, like with Addison Rae. But Dixie knows the importance of an education, and that says a lot about her, and that she is willing to go to college despite being worth millions. Number 1. Her future. So what is the future of Dixie D'Amelio? Well, it is hard to say at present given all that the sisters are going through, but you can bet that she is able to continue on with her goals. She'll be living a nice life. She's worth about $3 million right now, and that could grow as time goes on. So what do you think? What do you think of this look at Dixie D'Amelio and how her life isn't exactly as big and bombastic as you might think? Were you surprised to learn some of the things about her? Which of these things do you feel best expresses the true nature of Dixie D'Amelio? Let us know in the comments below. Be sure to subscribe, and we will see you next time on the channel.